Justin Trudeau spoke in Cambridge, Ontario on Sunday. I was there to witness it, and I want to share with you what I saw and what the media didn't tell you. But before I begin, first of all, I want to send out a big thank you to everyone that watched the video, that commented on the video, that shared the video with other Canadians. I'm really humbled. At this point, as I'm recording this, about 24,000 people have watched the video on Facebook and another 7,000 on YouTube, which is just astronomical. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you're watching this and you haven't seen the first video, then I'm going to highly recommend you stop and go watch that first so you have a better context about what I'm going to share. Now, I'd love to assume the reason why this video is getting so much attention is because I'm just so handsome, charming, and articulate. But I know that's not the case. The truth is, people are craving the truth. That's it. People want honesty. They want to know the truth. We may or may not like the truth. We may agree or disagree, but we can all agree that at least if we have the truth, if we have pure honesty, that we can live with it. That's the problem today. Another thing, which this reminds me of something one of my mentors in business said, people are desperate for leadership. And I think we can all agree there is no leadership probably right across the board when it comes to our country and the politics. And that's something that people want change, and they want the change now. No matter what side of the fence you're on, one thing I think we can all agree on is the media have lied to us. They've misled us. They have manipulated information and numbers. And one of their biggest crimes is they left out valuable information that Canadians need to hear about. So let's talk about some of the misconceptions. The first one, there was a video going around where you could see when Justin Trudeau was first getting out of the truck, and you could see a bunch of Liberal signs and people cheering him on. Yet there was a bunch of people behind the fence. You've probably seen that video. I just want to clear that up because it's so important. The people that you've seen with those Liberal signs, they were already on the other side. So what you didn't see was this. All the people that had come out to hear Justin Trudeau's speech were way back on the road. The road was blocked by police officers. Some ran down the side of the fence to try to see Trudeau and say hello, let's just say. But the people holding the signs, they were there. I don't know what you call that. Maybe you could call that being staged, or let's just say it's politics. But they were not people that came out from Cambridge to listen to the Prime Minister give his speech. They were people that were already there, a part of the Liberal Party. Okay, so that's number one. The second misconception is I've been hearing that I guess the Liberal Party is saying the people that are protesting are planted by another party. Look, I was there. I had conversations with many of those people. All it was were Canadians in the local area. Some drove from a little bit farther like Hamilton, but they were coming out to voice their opinions. Nobody paid them to be there. They're just Canadians, just like you and me, wanting to voice their opinion. So that's not true whatsoever. I also want to touch on the police officers that were there. I believe they deserve some credit. They were put in a very, very difficult situation. They were kind, caring, but firm. And very understanding. The woman that you've seen being dragged out, now I don't know specifically what she did to be moved away, and I'm sure there's someone that does know, so if you could, please leave that in the comments. But I did see her being moved. They did it very delicately. They sat her down very nicely, and the truth is the woman was smiling when she was put down. Now, she got right back up and went right back to where she was. You know, make of that what you will. But those police officers were in a very difficult situation. And I'll just say this, in my personal opinion, they are not the enemy. They were just doing their job and doing everything in their capacity to keep everybody safe during a very, very difficult time. The only way we're going to solve these problems in our country is if we come together as a country. The government's not going to do it. We need to do it together. And the only way for us to do that is to communicate, have real conversations with each other. Look, I have friends and we don't agree on everything, okay? But we've had conversations about it. We've been very, very respectful with each other. And what's amazing is once you understand why someone thinks the way they think, you have an appreciation for them. You may or may not agree with them, but now you understand the decisions they made because you've communicated with them, right? And I think that's so important. So the friends that I don't like the choices they made, I totally understand and I respect them for the decisions they made. And I believe they feel the same about me. Now, they may just think I'm a lunatic and they just haven't told me, but we have a respect for each other. And that's the only way to solve this thing. So let's talk about the division in our country, because I think it's a misconception as well. So I'm going to use two examples that help keep this easy, right? So let's say on one side of the coin, we have the conspiracy theorists. On the other side, we have the sheep, right, if you will, okay? The truth is, there maybe 5% of the population have these crazy, wacky ideas. And then on the other side, there's a very small percentage of people that are sheep. They don't ask any questions. They'll do whatever they're told and they don't think for themselves, okay? But by far, 90% of the population are Canadians that care. They care about their families. They want to do what's right. They've looked at the information. They've made decisions that they feel is best for them and their families based on the information that they were given at that time. Nobody wants other Canadians to be hurt or taken advantage of or any of those other things. It's just not true. So a lot of the times the division, if you will, is like this super small segment, but all of us would pretty much, if we just had a conversation with each other, would be in a total agreement. So we need to stop the division. We need to come together as a country. The government is dividing us. That's exactly what's happening. And we see it because the Liberals blame the Conservatives and the Conservatives blame the Liberals and all the other parties in between. They just blame everybody. That's what's happening. But that's not you and me. We need to come together. It's the only way this is going to get solved is communication and face-to-face where we can talk to each other and understand why someone made that decision. With understanding comes empathy, and then we can get to a better place and we can understand we're all the same. We just made maybe different choices. Many of you have reached out to me and I've done my very best to respond and answer any questions or look over any material that you've sent me. I'm really grateful for that. If I've missed anyone, I do apologize. This got kind of a little bit out of control. But let me answer a question that's been asked quite a bit. I am not a liberal. I am not a conservative. I am a Canadian. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a Canadian entrepreneur, and I'm a seeker of the truth. You know, that's what matters to me. I don't have an agenda. I just want to know the truth. That's why I shared that original video. I thought people would just want to know what really happened. You know, what's really going on. And that's all I want. I just want to know the truth. I may or may not like it, just like you may or may not like it, but damn it, the truth is better than anything that could ever happen, especially in today's world. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. I believe in a free country. I believe in freedom. I believe in the freedom to choose. You know, when I first got started in business, I struggled. I struggled a lot. But you know what I'm grateful for? I thank God that no one forced me to quit. I'm grateful that I wasn't mandated to get a job or do something that I hated with my life. It was my choice to start a business, and it was up to me if I was going to make it or not make it. The government never gave me anything except a hard time. But see, I grew and I got a little bit better every day, and then over time, things started to turn. Today I have a fairly successful business that I'm very proud of. I lead a team of agents and that service families all across the communities in our area. We're expanding across the province, and then we're going to expand across the country. And every morning when I wake up, I have two focuses. Number one, I'm searching for talent. I'm looking for great people that have ambition, that want to do something special with their lives. And I essentially help them open and start their own business and have success as an entrepreneur. Then I spend the rest of my day educating families how to get ahead, how to get out of debt, how to get their finances in order, how to educate them so they can empower themselves to have a successful financial future. I am grateful for that. It gives me meaning and purpose in my life. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I was born in a free country. And I don't ever want that to change. So no matter what your thought is or my thought is and who to vote for or not vote for, hey, I don't know who I'm going to vote for. And that could change this election or next election, or it could change tomorrow. But the one thing that without a doubt, freedom is the greatest thing that we have in this country. Everything great in this country was built by an entrepreneur, not the government. That is the greatest gift we have, the freedom to choose. And I hope it is for you as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you find value in this, please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. If I miss something from the speech, please put in the comments. I respect everyone's opinion. And let's make our country the way it should be. And remember, the only way we're going to do that is if we start communicating with each other. The keyboard warrior stuff doesn't work. Newsflash, you may not know this. You are never, ever, ever, ever going to change anyone's opinion whatsoever by sharing a meme or an article or whatever with someone on a social media platform. It's not going to work. But I'll tell you this, if you can sit face to face with someone and have a meaningful conversation and understand them and they start to understand you, then when you share some information with them, it's going to have a lot more meaning. And that's how change comes. So let's stop arguing with each other. Let's come together as a country. Let's make this country the greatest country in the world, because it really is. It really is. We just got to make great choices going forward. I love you all, and thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great, awesome week, and we'll see you all soon.